So, section 1, we're picking up from the last episode in LA when Khloe asked Kris why she cheated on her daddy. So, I thought it was going to, they left off all spicy and stuff. And then it was like, mellow. It's like, well, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, basically, Khloe says to her mom, when you did that to my dad and you had 4 kids with the family, this whole thing, and you were young, which was a big factor, like what made you do that? And then Kris says that she was young and dumb and didn't understand the consequences to her actions. Khloe asked Kris, but what made you do it? Was my dad not doing something that made you look elsewhere? And Kris says, I don't know, because he was such a great husband and a great dad. And, they're putting Robert Kardashian Sr. on a pedestal like they always do.
Right.
So she really didn't answer the question. So I'm assuming this is Todd, right? Todd Kramer. Todd, was it Todd Kramer?
The Todd Cranes?
Todd Kramer, something like that.
Todd Cranes is who she cheated with. I think Todd Cranes is the son of a family friend. But there was someone, maybe named Todd, I don't know, that she cheated with. Because remember, in Keeping Up, there was an episode where Bruce, pardon me, Caitlyn, found out that she had given her number to Todd or whomever that person was.
She messy.
Bruce was completely faux mad because they know
FAUX mad.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I did enjoy the skits from Scott. So yeah, it's probably Tom Cranes. I'm trying to remember the episode, but I don't. All right,
that's what it was.
I
don't know. Anyway, continue.
So basically, Kris says, I don't know, because he was such a great husband and a great dad. Kris says that she fell into a situation. Who does that sound like? A situation.
I know.
Where she thought the grass was greener somewhere else. She made a huge mistake, and that's her life's biggest regret. Kris goes into the divorce with Rob Sr. She says, like, after they divorced, that, they basically became best friends. They used to talk all the time. I have so many questions. She, in the confessional, she just says that she wants Khloe to be careful before she makes decisions and lets somebody go. Kris is not proud of the way she behaved, but God has a plan, and without all that happening, there wouldn't be a Kendall and a Kylie. Now I'm gonna reserve my comments to myself.
Yeah.
Kris also says that she wants Khloe to be happy. Khloe says that she's already happier than ever because she's with her kids. Her kids come first. Her kids are at an age, for this age, just one time, and she's proud of the time she spends with them and the time that she's investing in them. Khloe just wants to enjoy her time with them. Again, finding a man is not her top priority. She genuinely doesn't want anything right now and the responsibility of someone else.
Okay. So that was super anticlimactic.
It was.
Because they really try to make it seem like, oh my God, we're going to
throw hands.
Yes. I really, and I was kind of hoping for it because I feel like in previous, and we've of course touched on Keeping Up plenty of times, but there was once where Kourtney, Khloe, and Kris were seated together in some living room, and Khloe told Kourtney, why do you still have so much resentment towards mom for cheating on dad, blah, 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 blah. And it was like very much like Khloe was on Kris's side, not Kourtney's. So I was kind of hoping that now that Khloe was on the receiving end, she would kind of like understand a little bit. I'm not saying to have resentment towards her mother, but it's kind of like, wouldn't you feel some type of way? Like everything you just went through, knowing that your mother did the same thing to your dad, like, I mean, obviously let bygones be bygones and it wasn't her relationship, but still like, especially when your mother is refusing to listen to you and keeps telling you, oh, but your family. Oh, but Tristan's changed. He's so sorry. So that I was just angry. I was like Not only was it anticlimactic, but then it was just kind of like, again, glossed over. And I'm sure Robert Kardashian was an amazing father and everything. But I feel that when you put people on such a pedestal, you kind of create a sort of like faux memory. Like basically, you are now amplifying all of the good, right, from this person and forgetting, anything else. Granted, I'm not saying anybody needs to remember the bad stuff of the past, but, I think a lot of what we've seen when it comes to the women in this family stems from this really crazy like pedestal that they put Robert Kardashian in, and then this romanticized idea of the sort of relationship that they had, Robert and Kris as
Mhm.
single parents or whatever. So it's kind of like it felt a little bit weird. And I feel like Kris does that so often, or at least she used to, where she just kind of, even back when she was married to Caitlyn, she made it seem like Robert Kardashian was like, the love of her life. Basically, like the Jada to the Tupac. Like, that's basically what she kind of doing.
Yeah.
So it was frustrating, watching that. And then even more frustrating because Khloe has once again fully outlined why she's fine, why she doesn't need to go back, and yet they're still not listening to her.
Mm.
So yeah, my first annoyance of the night with them.
Oh, the first one.
Oh yeah, girl.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just trying to anticipate the other episodes. I'm like, what are we getting? Like, like
Hmm.
nothing controversial has happened. The Dolce and Gabbana drama is done.
Right.
Courtney doesn't even want to film at this point, which is a blessing because I'm tired of seeing her attitude. I guess Kylie is way too busy, trying to, you know, get her, what was it, 40% back from Cody.
Yep.
And then Kendall shows up to depress me. I know this is
Oh.
very insensitive, guys, but I'm gonna say it, to depress me, to talk about her anxiety.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. But going back to this section, I just think that, yeah, I agree with you. They just romanticize, this whole idea of a family and let's forgive. And it's just crazy how, you know, how much the Kardashians and like maybe even the Jenners are like their mom and like trying to put the dads of their children on this pedestal. They're such a great dad. They're
Yeah.
my best friend. Like we're hearing Kris say this and we've heard Khloe say it like 10,000 times.
Yeah.
They've been, telling us this narrative that Tristan is a great dad, throughout this whole season. Like he's the dad of the year
Yeah.
award. I don't know, to two out of the four kids, but whatever. Who's doing the math? That's half. By the way. Um, so it's just crazy how much we learn from our parents,
Yeah.
directly and indirectly, and how influential they are to our lives
Right. And
and our relationships.
that's, I think it's a natural thing. Obviously, they're the ones who raised us. They are our initial examples of everything. But after a
Hmm.
certain point, once you get to a certain age, you have to kind of deviate from that if it's not good for you. And I
Yeah.
think that like by
Courtney
now,
figured it out.
I mean, yeah, at least Courtney did, but I don't know that the other ones really have. Like it kind of feels like they're still kind of stuck in this sort of fantasy of what life with a partner is supposed to be like. And I mean, life is
Hmm.
messy. Life is so messy. They know that. And yet they're still clinging on to this other thing. And if
Yeah.
we continue to do that, obviously, I'm not wishing this on nobody, but it's like if you continue to cling on to something that you want to be a certain kind of way, you're never going to find real happiness because it's never going to measure up. And right now, I feel that like none of the men that they're with are measuring up to Robert Kardashian in some way. And so it's like,
Mhm.
are you really going to continue to hold on to this idea or these ideals of a romanticized past when you could just let go without without forgetting your father, without thinking he's amazing. Like, I'm not saying to do any of that, but like, but just move forward. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
things are different.
Well, all right. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our video. We're trying to grow our community so your friends could be our friends and we can all be friends. We also have social media, which Steve'll tell you about.
We are on Instagram and TikTok at Hear Me Out DNE. So make sure you guys follow, like, share, comment. We love interacting with y'all.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.